Hello, Marcus again from Adults Review. First game here I'm going to review for the new Nintendo 3DS is Steel Diver. I'd have to say that this is my favorite game. Street Fighter is probably also my favorite game, but being that this is not a fighter type game, it's two totally different styles. I can say that both are my favorite. I know obviously because of the 3D being off, it's hard to fully describe what you see here, but the contrast between the sub and the background and the fish floating around and the rocks and everything in the caverns make this game very very pleasing on the eyes. It's a very cool 3D effect. It's a very fun game. It's not very technical button pushing and stuff like that. So for those of you out there that don't really like the high dexterity button pushing games, this is the game for you. It has two modes to it, a mission mode and a periscope mode. The mission mode is basically a video game from left to right. You navigate yourself through a maze of canyons and mines and other submarines shooting torpedoes at you and planes and boats dropping depth charges at you. And you basically have to move from the left part of the map over to the right part of the map. So that's what I'm going to start with and try to demonstrate that for you. Again, mission mode, you have 3 submarines to choose from, pretty much a small, medium, and a large. Each have their own benefits. The smalls allow for vertical torpedo launching as well as horizontal. I'm going to go ahead and just take the large one because it has a pitch control on it that the other ones do not, which I like to play. So large, and throughout the game, the replay value on it, there are decals that once you've earned enough decals, give power-ups to the subs. I haven't acquired too many of them as of yet, and even though you get a decal, you may need several of them before its benefit can be applied to your sub. Let's say this one is reveals all enemy positions on your map. You need 2 of them. I have 2 of them. You need 5 of them to actually use this feature. So I'm going to actually use this one I have. It increases the amount of bubbles created by your torpedo. I don't know what that does for me, but I'm going to go ahead and apply it to the sub. And I'm going to start the mission. So, like I said, this is a pretty much left to right sort of gameplay. You cannot turn your sub around. You can only go directional one way. You can, however, reverse if you do pass something and want to go back and take another shot at it or something. Like I said, there is no button pushing on here at all. It's all done with your stylus. Depth is controlled by this slider here on the right-hand side, up and down. Direction forward, all the way forward is all ahead flank, all the way back, all ahead reverse. This steering wheel in the center here controls your pitch. And then this button over here does a countermeasure for torpedoes that are homing on you. Just your standard, point and shoot torpedoes does no good against that. This is a map. So basically I'm here and I need to navigate over to here to complete the mission. You can tap on it to get a zoomed in view of where you're at. And lastly, there's a gauge here that indicates how much air you have when you launch countermeasures. It takes your air, and plus obviously if you're down underwater, I've yet to be underwater so long that my air disappears. But this is a sort of time-based game. I'm being timed for how long it takes for me to complete the mission. And at the top here is my hull health. So I'll begin. I'll try to quickly get through this. I have played this board quite a bit. And I know to start off, there's a boat up top here. So I'll surface. Like I said, you lose the aspect, these clouds and everything, and 3D look really nice. Alright, there we go. Lob a couple torpedoes at this guy. Oh, hit. There he goes. Go ahead and dive. I need to get underneath these boulders here. Come to full stop. There we go. Allow. Like I said, the 3D effect with the coral and the fish and the bubbles and the sub and everything, it's really hard to get an appreciation for it, but it is a just very pleasing, very nice looking game. Like I said, this is probably my favorite game. I play this the most, despite my inability to play it very well. There are sea mines you can run into. I'm going to try to run into them so that I can demonstrate what happens when you have a hull breach. Hang up. I know there's a sub right here. Try to get him. If he's lobbing torpedoes, but again, those are not homing torpedoes. They are. Oh, I don't want to miss him. Like I said, I'm going to just try to get through this mission and move on to the next mission. Oh, there is one. It's odd. You do not necessarily have to engage all these targets. It seems to be more of just a time-based. See who can get through the mission the fastest. You're not necessarily required to destroy so many ships. Obviously, when you get to like higher levels, there are bosses that you have to face that then you do have to destroy. But for the purpose of just getting through these beginning missions, all you have to do is basically get from point A to point B. Sub seems to be pretty strong here. I'm waiting for it to get a hull breach here so I can demonstrate how you repair damages. It seems like no matter what I run into. Alrighty, well, looks like I don't get to demonstrate that, but I'm at the end of the mission here. Go ahead and get through here. Surface. Like I said, if you like, get your blood racing whenever you're doing the wrong things. When you do get a hull breach, all of your controls freeze, and you must repair the breach before you can do anything. So I found myself going at a full dive towards the bottom of the ocean, not being able to pull out until I repair the hull breach. You basically repair the hull breach by tapping on. You'll see like a leak in the water coming out, and you tap on that, and then it clears. So here's the periscope challenge, and again, this is a really nice little feature. It utilizes motion sensing, so you physically cannot turn the periscope unless you turn the whole unit itself. I found that out the hard way, laying in bed, realizing that I needed to go around 360 degrees to see the attacking ship behind me. So I'll try to demonstrate this a little bit. As you can tell, there we go. Start lobbing some torpedoes. And again, this is based as a sort of bonus. I'm being timed at the end. You can play this solely and do missions that are only this periscope. And that's what usually most of my friends are trying to do, but I find that the challenge mode, playing left to right in the mission modes, is the most fun. You can see I'm out of time now. The end of the mission, maybe you win a decal or something or whatnot, and that is basically this game, the two aspects of this game, the periscope and the mission level. So, like I said, probably my favorite game on the DS so far. Street Fighter is also my favorite game, and I'll be reviewing that shortly. So, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.